Very shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation, much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And I'm just going to go in a couple verse or scriptures here. The title video, America will go down in flames. All right, because with all this wars and rumors of wars, civil war arising, the whole thing with Texas, and they're about to secede, which, hey, through the spirit, we called this years ago. Ultimately, America is going to be destroyed via thermonuclear missiles. Let's go ahead and get into it. 2nd Ezra 16:7. All right, if you know about the ICBMs, which different nations have been testing. The warheads have been set up. They're not just testing them for no reason. At the end of the day, those are the weapons of his indignation. Okay, but let's go ahead and start in 2nd Ezra 16:7. May one turn, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. And this is talking about the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles that will be shot upon America to completely destroy it, and in other parts of the world, but mainly here in America, to face a great judgment will be here in America. Verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And that'll be the last plague. All right, the destruction of America. And that is simultaneously the chariots of the Lord. Verse 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath. Go to Isaiah 66:15 through 16. Matter of fact, let's just get it. Let's get it in the NLT. See what that says. Isaiah 66. Let's start at verse 15. Say, see the Lord, in the NLT, see the Lord is coming with fire, and with his swift chariots roar like a whirlwind. The fire being the nuclear destruction, the chariots being the so-called UFOs. He will bring punishment with the fury of his anger and the flaming fire of his hot rebuke. The Lord will punish the world by fire, and by his sword he will judge the earth, and many will be killed by him. Plain and simple. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 16:10. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? Watch the movie World of Worlds. When the Lord returns, he's not coming to play patty cake. Only God can judge me. Oh, well, he's going to come and judge you. And like reading the King James Version, say he shall plead with all flesh. You go into that word plead is shapat, meaning judge. So he will judge you. You're right. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. Verse 12, the earth quaketh in the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. Verse 13, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. And Ezra is describing a nuclear missile. All right, the best he could at the time, describing it as an arrow, which they do look like arrows. Got the warhead, and the tip of it is tapered, and then the propulsion system at the end of it. Verse 14. Yeah, and what else can shoot across the world? An arrow can't shoot across the world, but an ICBM can. That's what they call intercontinental ballistic missiles. Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And that's how they work. They shoot them up, and then the warheads separate, and they hit their designated targets. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returns not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right. And let's go to Joel. None of these missiles are going to miss their mark. Joel 2:3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. That literally describing a missile. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Yeah, so people here in America is the land of the great opportunity, so forth. And even in itself, it's a beautiful land. You know, all kind of terrain here, from beaches to desert, mountains, plateaus, you name it. America has it. It's one of the few countries that have all these terrains incorporated. And I say country, not continents. But it's all going to be a desolate wilderness after this thermonuclear missiles. But again, America will go down in flames via these thermonuclear missiles. All right. The lake of fire. If you're here in America, you're living in it. And if you're not delivered by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're going to partake in it. You're going to be doing backstrokes in that lake of fire. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Yeah, what does horse symbolize? Power, right? They call it horse power, right? And when you would hear horses or military coming with their horses, you would hear them. You know, it's a dreadful sound. And the same thing with these missiles. You're gonna hear them, especially the hypersonic ones. You're gonna see missiles leave here in America as well. Going on to verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. Yeah, because when people are going, people still going to be buying and selling. They're going to get alert, take shelter. Nuclear missiles are on their way. Just like that false alarm they had in Hawaii. We all saw that. The brother out there, Yahweh the Gabar, or Gabar Yahweh the Salakia, he went live when all these people around him were freaking out, putting their children in sewer drains as if that was going to save them from a nuclear blast. So people are going to be bugging out. But guess what? The men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and the believers, they're going to be praising Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua when that time comes. You'll see if you're still alive. And if not, you'll be risen up to eat that missile, pursuing the revelation. Verse 7, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Yeah, what is a wall built for in the ancient days? It was for defense of the city. So those missile defense systems, the Patriot system or whatever the hell America calls their missile defense system, that shit's going to fail them. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Yeah, they're going to hit exactly where they need to go, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on these missiles. All right, fuck GPS. This is going to be divine intervention. The Lord going to put His Spirit on these missiles. And again, Esau don't really know how big one warhead can bring, the destruction can bring, because they've never fully tested it to the full capabilities. But the Lord's going to magnify it. All right. And again, they're not going to hit each other. We'll keep going. Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another. They're not going to crash. They're not going to hit each other. Each single one of those warheads will reach their destination. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Even if a missile defense system does happen to work, still ain't going to stop it. The laser beams and all this bullshit. Nah, that shit ain't going to work, man. Esau's technology is going to fail him. And he's going to realize that when the missiles start shooting, even if he don't push the button. It ain't up to him. All right, the angel's been fucking with Esau this whole time, activating the countdowns, deactivating missiles. Come on, man. Esau only has the power that the Lord has given him. Yahushua even told that unto Pontius Pilate. Verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Yeah, go undetected. A thief come through your window. You're not just, this ain't ADT. The house alarm system. Them missiles are gonna come in here like a thief. That's why the scripture says the Lord's gonna come like a thief in the night, unexpectedly, and it's gonna be quick. You ain't gonna have 2 days to figure it out when the missiles will get shot off. You're gonna have a matter of minutes, maybe 30 to an hour. Well, we had 30 minutes to get here. Google, look it up, see how long the missiles take to get from Russia. Them silos open up, and that's the ones that's coming from the silos. There's one in submarines. They call them nuclear submarines, not because they run off of nuclear power, and maybe they are, maybe they're not, but it's because they have nuclear capabilities. Where was I? Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. You heard of a nuclear winter? This is how America's going down. All right, you see all these things on the news. This is the beginning of the end. It's only going to get worse. And guess what? Even America's own allies, pursuing the Revelation, 17, the very end. Even America's own allies will shoot missiles upon this place. Let's read it. Revelation 17 and 16. And in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right, which is the EU, the beast being NATO, the 10 horns is the EU, because not all NATO members are part of the EU, but all NATO EU members are part of NATO. These shall hate the whore. And you see those beginning stages already unfolding. When Russia invaded Ukraine, America and its bullshit sanctions hurt Russia. They didn't hurt Russia. They hurt Europe, Western Europe, which is the beast, part of the beast. So that they're already looking sideways at America because of all that, with the natural gas and the oil supply lines and all these different things. But as well as the whole situation with Israel and Gaza, even though some nations were with it, there were some of the beast the horns that were not with it. I know Italy, if I'm not mistaken, was one of them, and then France and Spain, if I'm not mistaken. You can fact check me, but I know there was 3 for sure that were not. They didn't sign off on those attacks that America did in Yemen. Keep going though. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What fire? And them thermonuclear missiles. That's the fire. Them nations got warheads. They have missile capabilities. Not at the rate of Russia and America and India and so on and so forth, but they got them. It's all going to be everyone against America at the end of the day. And guess what? Then when the Lord returns, they're going to try to come together and fight the Lord, but the missiles will still be shut off. Because in the missile World War III, that's when the Lord's going to return, when everyone's fighting. Then they're going to all come together, sing Kumbaya, and the missile's still going to be shut off. So this place is finished. There's no remedy for her. Let's say, give her balm, but she not be healed, roughly paraphrasing. This place is finished. There's no return. There's no coming back. If he dies, he dies. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. Thus say 51:1. Thus say the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, America, all right, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. And that's that thermal nuclear destruction. See what it says in the NLT. This is what the Lord says. I will stir up a destroyer against Babylon. And that's Russia chiefly. And the rest of the nations, as we just read in Revelation. Everyone's going to shoot their missiles against America, man. And the people of Babylonia. So you Americans, right? You live in America. I'm America. And that bullshit song. You're going to be destroyed with Babylon. And go back to King James. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. Back then they would use fanners to increase the fire, blow air into it. right? Well, how do you make fire? You need oxygen. You need a spark, right? Once you get the spark going, you feed it more oxygen, the fire gets bigger. It says, and shall empty her land. This place is going to be desolate. We read that earlier. 2 Ezra 16. I saw Joel is going to become a wilderness, a desolate wilderness. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, right? His in modern day terms, military defense. Because brigandine, oh, let's just get it so I don't misquote it. Their armor. There you go. It tells you. There you go. What do you use armor for? For defense. Verse 3. And against him that lifteth up himself in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So the military will be destroyed, and all you fucking American peons will be destroyed. And only the ones that trust and believe on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will be delivered from the said perils. As America goes down in flames, the elect will go up into the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. So with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Ruach. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom.